Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana here.
This is Elsie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Rudi and
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dinker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Casper inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Welcome to UK Wrestling Month, Geek, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther the Third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain all the way down to all 50 states in the globe is the happy himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Good. Oh, man, are you excited for UK
I'm
Wrestling Month?
right now, all right?
Geek, Geek. Oh, you have to get in the Dudes at Ringside DeLorean. We have to go to the 1980s, Geek. The 1980s, our favorite era where I was born. Hopefully we don't.
I was born then too.
What's that?
I was born then too.
I hope we don't bump into the Geek mom and dad bringing Geek mom to the hospital to give birth to you, and hope they don't bump into Panther family because. You do the intro. I'm just saying, I'm getting in the DeLorean.
Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to the Chop Party host, the Retro Dude, Rudi Root.
Let's start this.
Yeah, how's it going, yo? Yeah, how's it going, man?
I'm good,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
How do you feel? You're the opener of UK Wrestling Month, man.
I feel really honored, thank you. Feel really honored. Yeah.
And we love you guys. We love you guys in Outcast, man.
Oh.
You guys have not. If our fans from our American fans are not familiar with you and with Outcast Pro Wrestling, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm the Retro Dude, Rudi Root. I wrestle for Outcast Pro Wrestling on a little island on the south of England on the Isle of Wight. And it's being run by Matt Jackson, who's also the trainer, of course.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
So
you're going geek. Sorry.
So I was going to ask you, Rudi, how did you get your start in the wrestling business exactly?
How did I start in it? Well, let's see. It was actually way back in 2019. No, it wasn't the 80s. Don't worry, it wasn't the 80s. 2019, and was it? It's just I went to a show on at the Riverside Centre called Island Warfare 1, and all my friends and I went there to go check it out, watch the show, and all my friends asked me like, "Rud, you should definitely do it. Yeah, give it a go. You've got this." And I was like, "I don't know. I really don't know." He goes, "Come on, you've got to do it." He goes, "You don't want to be like old and think, what if, you know?" And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I'll just go. And I would say around April time, I went to my first training session, and greeting me there was Matt Jackson, JJ Valaire, and Victor Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I enjoyed it ever since. And to be honest, I haven't not stopped going to training. I have just keep going.
That's always a good thing, guys. Like if you want something so bad, you got to reach it. They say reach for the brass ring. You got to reach for it.
You have to,
I know you guys go through every day. Well, me and Geek both work in retail, so it's kind of like me and Geek do this for the love of wrestling, and we're both people with disabilities. So we all reach for the brass ring for other reasons. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Maybe not wrestling, but podcasting. You know what I mean?
The passion for wrestling still. It's
exactly.
Like, and you love wrestling so much, you just want to just talk about it so much.
Exactly.
Yeah. And with us being Geek, you must have heard in the past episodes because you watched the past ones when we had the other people from Outcast.
Yeah.
Like I started off in indies because of Geek, and then we started getting the Kiaras and the Shorties and the Alfies, mostly Kiaras. And I'm like, I gotta start watching. You start getting these British guests, looking them up on YouTube, and I started watching their matches, and I was just like, wow, these people are really good. And then we get Jackson Arrow, which wrestles in Outcast as well.
Yeah.
With you. And we started watching the stuff on Twitch, and we're like, man, I'm starting to like this British wrestling scene, right, Geek? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, Outcast has been we've been talking about you guys nonstop, by the way. Also,
your ears must be ringing. We talk about you. We talk about like Luna. We talk
Jackson.
about Jackson. Oh my god!
It's a loving family. It is Outcast. It is. We're all there to support each other and help each other out, and we just do it for the love of wrestling. We do, and the best thing is about Outcast. It's like Jackson gives you that kind of freedom to express yourself in the ring, and it's just like not letting you not hold back, like push for your full potential. And it's done wonders for a lot of people. It's just, you see him, it's just like one session and like, oh, I've never thought I could do this. And then later on the evening or something, they just bust it out. It's like, wow, okay. It's like, I never thought I could do that. It's like, nice one, guys. It's like, didn't think you could do a forward flip or moonsault or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
Yeah, Jackson was actually on our podcast, and he mentioned that you're just a huge New Japan fan.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask you, who's been the inspiration behind your character? Because there's just so much that I could see, like maybe Kenta Kobashi or.
There's actually two behind it. It's just when I watch like New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's just I'm just so in awe of like how they treat it. They treat it like a real sport when they wrestle, but it's just when they make their entrances, it's just so colorful. It's just so, that's where the theatrics and it all comes from. And the ones I really gravitated towards was it Hiroshi Tanahashi and Okada.
Two of the best right there.
It's just when they come out, it's just so much color. It's just so they're not even doing that much. They're just walking to the ring, but it's just their presence alone. It's just like, wow. And then, once they get in the ring, it's just right down to business. And that's why I fall in love with it so much, because it's just the sports side of it and the presentation.
Yeah, you see Okada in AEW get that holy shit moment.
Yeah, that was absolutely mad.
The American audiences chanting "Holy shit!" like 30,000 people in America.
This guy was too.
That's it, right?
Yeah,
they know how good Okada is.
Oh,
Okada's got to be the top right now of the game right now.
Oh, he is. He's the GOAT.
The GOAT, right?
He's the GOAT.
He's the Japanese Bruno right now.
Yeah, he is. I mean, smashing records wherever he goes. It's just the way he carries himself as well. It's just carries himself like a real champion.
Yeah.
Hopefully Rudi can make it up to that standard one day, man. Being the greatest right there. He's so good now. I mean,
Well, that's the thing. When I make my entrance, you notice like the purple bomber jacket, the Mighty McFly hat, the light up glasses. It's all just color, and it's just when the match starts, I'm just like, all right, let's get to it. Let's fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, is there any place in the country that you would want to wrestle? I know you want to do class, but I know you would want to go to Japan. Like, there's no doubt probably about that.
And any place in the country? Or
in the country.
Sorry, did you say any other country or England?
Like England, around the globe, I guess.
Yeah. America.
Yeah.
America. Yeah, I would love to. I mean, be nice to actually get on Impact Wrestling. It will. Yeah. That'd be really cool. Ring of Honor or anything. I think Glory Pro. I've watched a few of their shows. I have actually. I quite like to work there. Anywhere in America. See what else. Just anywhere, to be honest with you.
You'd be great in Rev Pro too.
Oh, yeah. I've heard a few people Rev Pro, but. Yeah, I've heard a few people, but I hear it's like really, it's really hard to get.
That's the top point.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And I don't think I'm actually at the age to literally
yeah.
start from scratch there and then work my way up.
Yeah, exactly.
that's hard because like you go to other places, and if you've been on a certain level all your life, like in England, and then you go to like a Japan, I mean, you're starting off as a puppy again. Like they'll make you go to what's that group that you're part of in NJPW? Geek?
Which one? The Bullet Club? Which one? There's a
that
bunch of
group
groups.
with the rookies. What's that group?
It's
Young
the
Lions.
Young Lions.
They'll make you a young lion all over again. You're like,
yeah. It's like adopting the finisher as a Boston Crab. Yeah, but I do actually have a finisher. No, you're using the Boston Crab as your finisher.
That's it.
No,
I don't want it.
Yeah.
But they like here your retro introns. You just come out with a t-shirt and a pair of jeans on. No, I wear retro glasses. Not anymore.
Not today. Not today.
Just wear the black tights to go out there.
Jeez. You're like the default WWE character when you create them.
Yeah, you are.
No,
but you know the thing is with the Young Lions is that they have to earn the respect from the like start all over again, start basically from scratch because they have to earn that respect, and once they get it, watch out, man.
Yeah, I like how they do it though, because once they've like graduated from the dojo, they send them out, and they send them out. It's like find yourself, find your character, find who you are, and come back. And then when they come back, it's just like, oh, okay, you found your gimmick, you found your character. But yeah, that's a harsh way of doing it, I guess.
Who's the one that just came back from graduating? I think Shota Umino, right?
Yeah.
Shota Umino is awesome now. I saw him as a young lion. He was good, but he's like, I look at back and I'm like, damn, is that the same person I watched as a young lion?
He's all grown up.
He's so freaking good, right?
Yeah.
Man.
So, is there anybody you've been watching on like AW Dark or like on YouTube or seeing him on Instagram that you're like, I want to wrestle that guy or girl?
Let's see, there is actually two I would very much like to wrestle, but it's you never know. One is Jonathan Gresham.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would very much like to wrestle Jonathan Gresham. There's someone else actually on the UK scene. It's Kelly Six. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I'm not really too familiar with that.
He's a very well traveled UK wrestler he is, and he was at I think the last family show at Outcast. He wrestled JJ Valère. He did it for the a heavyweight, and it's been on my bucket list for quite some time. He has. There was also one as well, Sunset Skip. I've been very actually looking forward. It's only till what was it for this promotion for Championship Extreme Wrestling. I was in a 5-way, and with Sunset Skip, Jack Torino, the Wonder Kid, Johnny Storm.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. And Aaron Warnes. And the person, for me, it was just Sunset Skip stood out for me because it's just like, one, he was just very approachable, and as like everyone else is, but it was just like, I don't know, I just gravitated towards him. And plus his gimmick is all 80s as well. He's all retro too. And I finally get to actually live that actually on the 12th of August. 12th of August at CXW when it's Sunset Skip versus Rudy Root.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Retro versus retro.
Oh gosh, they should make the match called the Time Rip.
the time rip, yes.
Greatest match of all time.
All the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the side scroll YouTube, they had like the ripple in between, like like. But what time would he be? Would he see 80s or are you both 80s?
We're both stuck in the 80s.
Oh, geez, it's like the 80s match. You have like the lights flickering and playing like the 80s music in the background.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
It's just going to be so good. He's see, I have chops. I do. He has a bionic elbow.
Oh God.
Yeah, and the bionic elbow versus the chops. It's going to be a match made in heaven.
Oh jeez.
For anyone who's not seen Rudy Root's chops, man, I think they're on par with probably Walter's.
I know Walter does like one chop and he's done. I like to rapid fire shotgun him.
Yeah, exactly. Like that.
Yeah.
Like Kenta Kobashi style right there.
Yes, definitely Kenta Kobashi style. That definitely leaves a mark on people. Definitely does. I mean, there was it's a photo somewhere out there where all Luna Trix's chest was all lit up because I think it was on Warfare 2. We were in a chop party, and so after the match, she was just like, "Rude, what have you done to my chest?" She's like, "Oh, welcome to the party."
Jeez. Hence the T-shirt you're wearing right now, your chop party shirt.
The chop party
host, yes.
Where can people find that?
Actually, onthegear.com.
Onthegear.com.
Yeah, on the gear.
Yeah. So before we were talking on live, you actually said that you're a huge fan of retro stuff more than you're actually a fan of the current stuff.
I am. Yeah, I'm very fussy, especially movies.
Yeah, we were talking live. So, like, what have you been some of your favorite retro movies you enjoyed?
Well, first of all, just quickly, it's like if I see a movie and it's like it's using CGI for something, I'm like, why are you using CGI? Use props. They did it in the 80s. It's like I'm put off now. Anything basically by John Carpenter himself. He's the man. Every movie I've watched of his has just been so good. I mean, guys seen The Thing?
Oh
yes.
Wow,
dude, movie. That's scary. The original, I think the original is even scarier than the remake because of how real everything looked, all the props and everything.
Yeah, it was because obviously the John Carpenter one was a remake from an original one. The Thing. Yeah, we talking about which thing are we talking about?
the thing, the original, the thing. The original.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they remade it though. They remade the movie.
No, I think that was a prequel.
No, it was a prequel.
It was a prequel because I think it was the 2011 one. It was called The Thing.
Yeah.
He didn't bother with anything else, and it was actually a prequel to John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah, the original is the scariest one. The original.
Yeah.
I must say that, and I'm just going to say this one. What was that movie? Poltergeist. The original Poltergeist is even scarier than the remake. The remake, I was so disappointed in because of all the CGI that was used, and the original was just so scary for that time, man. You know.
I have to be guilty. I haven't actually seen Poltergeist yet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Yeah.
That movie they made. I don't know if you familiar with most people aren't, but they probably have it over England. The Universal Studios, like the theme park.
Oh yeah.
They actually every October they do Halloween Horror Night, which I'm a big fan of. I have like the hoodie over there. You would have went crazy.
Oh.
They went back to the 80s for like one. I did one that I could say this. I got a chance to walk through the Ghostbusters haunted house.
Oh, nice.
One year you said that you didn't see the movie yet, Poltergeist. They actually had a Poltergeist haunted house that you start out underneath the house and you work your way up.
That sounds so much fun.
And you get music, the music, yeah. It was amazing.
I have to come to America.
They're here.
You walk by the lady going, "They're here." I was like, "Oh my god."
Definitely one movie I actually, for some weird reason, I haven't watched. I don't even know why.
It's one of those movies that if you haven't seen it, you feel bad because everybody's staring at you like you farted. Why you? I didn't fart. It was him. It's the dog. Like, no.
It was definitely not
a movie that you have to watch because your friends, as I said, staring at you awkwardly because you're like, it doesn't make me a bad person that I didn't see it. Jeez.
Yeah. It's just sat there looking at you like, why don't you watch me? Please watch me.
And I work with younger people in my store and I tell them, oh, I have the original Ghostbusters tape from 1984 in my room. And they're like, tape? What's a tape?
What's a tape?
And I'm like, I have to take a picture. There's something that came out in the 90s and 80s.
Oh, Today's generation just don't know.
Hurts my heart because I have the tape from WrestleMania when Andre faced Hogan.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I have it. Here we go. This is going to show my age. I have it signed by Bobby the Brain Heenan.
It's gonna be worth quite a bit.
But it's stupid as he signed it to my name. It's Bobby, can you sign it? He's like, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm an idiot. I'm like, Joe. Knew me would have said, no, just put your name, please.
Yeah, just put your name. I've got two here.
Yeah.
One to me and just put your name on the other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Other movies I like. Let's see. Obviously, you can't knock Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Of course.
I mean, Arnie films. I mean, I love Commando. Everyone loves Commando.
Commando, yeah.
It's it's just ridiculous. One man just takes out an entire army.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terminator is another great one.
Oh, I love Terminator.
Terminator 2 even better.
You know what? For some weird reason, I've actually got a soft spot for Terminator 1 more than Terminator 2.
Yeah, because the ending is sad. He gets his thumbs up under the thing when he gets melted.
And every man can admit they cried at that point.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
But you know he's not dead because they released like 10 more Terminators after that.
It's just so stupid. They
How is
ruined
that possible? I don't get it. Like, wouldn't that make him die? Like,
I don't know.
like what?
But then every time he turns up, it's like, why are you getting older? I stopped after Salvation because I literally thought they were going to do a continuous circle. Like, okay, after Salvation, the next movie, Carl Reese is going to go back in time, and then you want to watch Terminator 1. It was literally setting up for that, and they're like, no, we're just not going to do that now.
Yeah, I hated that there was no Arnold, and then there was a small Arnold at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's just a small part. It's just the very heavily CGI'd Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember seeing. What did he walk in the room or something?
Yeah.
No, I think it was like being made or something like that, and they were remaking him. It was who was it? The guy from Avatar. Sam, I think Worthington. I think it was from Avatar.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he played in John Connor in the future, and then he was in the room, and then Arnold was being remade, and then he fought Arnold at the end. I'm like, oh crap, Arnold's in this. But it was CGI though.
A CGI cameo from Arnold.
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny. Like I was actually last night. They were showing Batman and Robin when Arnold played Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
That scene, I started laughing watching. You don't laugh when you watch a Batman movie. That scene when they're playing the Christmas song, "Tis Mr. Ding, ding, ding," and all these bad guys are going, "It's cold. It's cold."
They're like putting up with it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're singing, "He's Mr. Freeze, Mr. Cold." Like he's singing that song, like the 80s Christmas song or whatever it was. And I was dying, and just seeing Arnold all blue and looking like Mr. Freeze, I'm like, they really messed up that Mr. Freeze. Like, ugh.
Yeah. They try to make up for it with all the puns he kept saying.
Oh God, it was horrible. Like I was like, oh my God. And the Mr. Bane.
What was it? Because what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God. All those puns were bad.
I felt bad for Arnold because he could have played a better Bane than Bane did, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because all Bane did was didn't even make any sounds.
Way too animated he was. Way too animated.
And that was a wrestler too. I think that was a wrestler.
It's probably Scott Steiner.
Like, wouldn't you like the way they did Bane in the scary Batman? I would have had Arnold play because remember Bane.
I mean Tom Hardy. You mean?
Yeah.
Tom Hardy Batman, right?
Yeah, I would have Arnold play him if they played that one like this, made him like the goofy Batman movie. But have Arnold play Bane in that movie, like, hello, I am Ben. Like, can you see it? I'm Ben, not Bane. Like, no, you're not Bane, you're Bane.
That voice is not leaving my head now, Joe.
Yeah,
thanks.
it's definitely
Arnold's Bane voice.
The Arnold as Bane voice is not leaving my head.
It's the Bane.
My name is Arnold. My name is Ben. I'm going to kill you now. Geek's gonna go to McDonald's with ever so quick right now, and later on, and he's like, "Hello, Come in and help you. McDonald's. Wait for you order. I'm laughing.
Death or exile.
Yeah. You want extra French fries or death? He's like, oh, I think my boyfriend wants death, but I want extra French fries. No! Get out of the car.
Get out.
Sorry.
Man, you just ruined Bane, Joe. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm Bane. I'm gonna destroy you. And I destroy the Joker every time I do the Joker voice, so it's okay. It's me. He calls me the Joker, like, because I'm always laughing. I guess. I don't know.
So Rudy, have you ever faced JJ or not yet?
I've actually have I faced JJ Vallejo. I have actually. It was while I was OPW heavyweight champ. It was my first defense, and yeah, I really loved that match. I really did. It was that's why I actually was taking the Spanish fly from the top.
Ooh.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, you can actually see the match on YouTube. You can. It's it was quite funny because after like he hit the Spanish fly, our heads were quite close to each other, and he goes, "You all right?" I went, "Because you're all right." I thought our heads clashed. I was like, "I'm fine. Just keep going. It's fine."
Oh jeez.
I'll complain afterwards. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Like there's a group that we've interviewed like what 3 times on the podcast, Geek? Twice. You gotta look them up. They're from America and they're from the East Coast. And like if you're from the West Coast, you're like, who? They're called the SATs.
Yeah.
They invented the Spanish fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was telling him before the podcast started about that.
Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if you explained it because we've told British wrestlers. We had a female wrestler that sent me a clip, and she did that thing, and she's like, "Really?" And I told him, and he was like, "How do people not know us, man?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
I think as soon as like they hit it, I think it just took off like a storm, didn't it? If everyone just saying, "I want to do that move. I want to do that move."
Yeah.
But no one gives
Yeah.
credit to who
They said it too. Nobody gives us credit, man. Nobody gives us credit, man.
I didn't even know they did invent it.
And also the Canadian Destroyer.
Oh, P.D. Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah. But they invented it. They came up with the Canadian Destroyer before anybody else. That was their move. And everybody
they invented a lot of the moves that people use today.
Yeah. They're like, we even told some of our friends from Outcast, you guys, if you ever bring them to England, they would blow up like a grenade of an ice storm.
Thing is, it's like with today's like wrestling, it's like really hard to come up with something new, something different for moves. You can I add a little twist to it maybe, but it's still the original original move is going to go back to whoever came up with it. I mean, I've got a move called it's called the unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's the setup's really unnecessary, but all I'm doing is flipping them around because I put their head between my legs. Well, I know. And then I just grab them around the neck, and as I pick them up, they twist round, and I just give them a flatliner.
Oh, jeez.
But it's like the setup is very unnecessary. It's like because you could just give the guy a flatliner.
Exactly. So it's like a long delay type of thing, right?
It is a very long delay. Yeah.
I just wish the audience.
Sorry?
I don't even think you could do that in a WWE game. Like, you don't think you could invent that move, do that, and then.
I don't think you can. There is another move, which I thought is very nice. It's very sweet. It's by the Virus K. Michael. He calls it the pup. It's really weird. Yeah, the pup. It's just such a. I don't know. It's a thing of beauty when it goes. When he starts it, he literally just like he stands in front of you, puts his arm around you, and he just yeets you from behind, and as you spin round, yeet, and you spin round, he just literally just gives you like a kind of like a black hole slam, but you're doing a complete 360 once you just spin round. It's like it's a lovely move to see, and it's a bugger to take on Lego.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oof.
Is there anyone you haven't faced in Outcast that you would love to face, or?
Yeah, Victor Logan.
Victor Logan. Yeah.
Victor Logan. Yeah, it's all about me, the meme man. I would love to face him. He faced Axton Ray. He did one of our 18+ shows at Fever, and they tore the roof off. They did. It was a great match, and we've had encounters, Victor Logan and I, only in Warfare twice, and that's it. And I would very much like to shut him up and stop making him talk about himself.
Another badass tag team that you guys, if you guys could ever get along, would be you and Jackson Arrow.
Oh, yeah. If we ever do get along.
If you guys would be a freaking badass tag team, man.
Yeah. but this retro dude ain't turned heel, so
no, right?
You'd be, oh my god, you can make your gimmick if you turn heel. You'd be the 80s, the
90s.
90s / no, because if you'd be a heel, oh my god, I got it, Rudy. The 80s dirtbag. That's what you're
80s dirtbag.
Yeah.
The 80s dirtbag, Rudy Root.
Yeah,
I like that.
The typical, like the denim jacket with the
it does have a nice ring to it.
Yeah. The 80s dirtbag.
Yeah. See, like in England, they could say dirtbag and say words like that. In America, it's just like Karens will just come out of the woods.
And my theme could be Wheatus's teenage dirtbag.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to have the collar up like this, wearing the denim jacket.
Yes.
With the skin tight jeans on, because that's what they did in the 80s with those Converse shoes on, and then come out like brushing your hair like, you're bad. I don't know, like that.
Yes. Maybe not brush back. I don't know. I quite like the rag doll look.
Yeah. Oh god, I just gave a gimmick change, geek. Rutrodge.
Joe's always doing that. I don't know why.
I've told this to guests. I'm a writer. I wrote 3 Ghostbusters fan fictions all about my town and me being a Ghostbuster, and I don't know. I just like to write.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What would your finisher be, Rudy? That'd be the big question.
What would be my finisher? Well, my current finisher is the root canal. It's basically it's Sean O'Hare's Widowmaker.
Yeah.
It'd probably be.
That'd be a good.
No, probably
Novocaine. Novocaine.
The Novocaine. I can't think. Wait, I'm trying to think. What move is that? It's just blanked out my head.
Oh, Nova from what you call it, ECW.
Oh, okay, got you now. Yes, sir. Yeah. Got it now.
So if you had the root canal, his would be like the Novocaine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll probably I don't know. I'll probably sit out with it. Oh, I don't know. The Widowmaker, probably just sit out with it.
Or the pump power driver that you grab the guy's legs and just sit down like that.
Don't Brian Cage do that?
Doesn't? Who did that?
Brian Cage does do that. He does a sit out power bomb. All right.
No, I mean, if I'm a pump pounder and he goes straight into pile driver.
Yeah.
Did he? I don't know.
I thought Scott Steiner did something like that. Like he did.
That's a suplex. He goes in a suplex and how was it? Brian Cage called it the drill claw, but it's get him in a vertical suplex and you just drop him, catch him, and then just sit out with it. Ugh.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Warlow. Warlow hits those nasty power bombs.
Oh man, my favorite power bomb out of the 5 he does, or 6, is after it's the second to last one. Once he hits it, he rolls you back straight into another one.
Oh jeez,
dude!
Once he does that one, I'm like, oh cool. Here comes the last power bomb.
Just remember, you're sitting there in a power bomb position the whole time, and you're flipping. Imagine how dizzy you are when you get backstage. You're falling all over the place like a drunk.
I could feel what MJF felt, man, when he got that. He did it like 10 times.
10 times. You can tell halfway through he was not enjoying it. MJF.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'm done." And then he's like, "Nope, I'm not." And then he does it again, and I'm like, "Oh, jeez, right?
You're gonna kill the poor guy
before he even makes it to WWE."
I don't think he's going to WWE.
You don't think so?
No.
You think it's a work or?
It's a work. I mean, I'm looking at this because they like to. This is my theory in it. obviously MJF's like the biggest heel going, and coming up was Forbidden Door. And if they had MJF face someone from New Japan, people would have started cheering MJF, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they really AEW wanted that, so I reckon they just kind of planted the seed of like, just leave, come back, create a buzz. It's kind of just didn't want him around for the Forbidden Door.
So you think he'll be back at All Out, or
it'd be All Out?
It'll be All Out, yeah. So he gets involved in the what's it called, the Moxley match, right?
Yeah, it's that shock factor, isn't it?
Yeah,
of like someone returning.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he got? Is it CM Punk in it and Moxley at All Out, isn't it?
I think it's is it CM Punk or
I don't know. Is CM Punk back from injury?
I'm not
he's
sure.
He's still
yet.
in injury, I think. Yeah, he's still in injury.
I think he's still injured.
I reckon when Punk comes back, MJF will be involved, and they renew that. They renew that storyline. They will.
Punk
if
and
they
MJF.
really like CM Punk, like they say they like CM Punk, then bring him back when MJF's back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's what you need to do.
And he's beating him in Chicago, the ultimate heel right there.
Because WWE has done that with every wrestler coming to their town. Shawn Michaels, Texas.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder with the whole situation with what's her name? Michelle? Was it Michelle McCool? No, Michelle something.
Candice Michelle.
Candice Michelle
with
with Zack. Who was it with Zack Ryder? She low blowed him.
It was Zack Ryder. John Cena was involved. It was what was her name? She can't be that popular then. I can't remember. But yeah, that storyline with where he just got completely buried.
Yeah. And now look at him now, Matt Cardona. He's killing it right now in the Indies right now.
He's always ready.
Always ready.
Always ready.
Always taking titles too.
Yes. And he's got a hot wife as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Isn't she in trouble? Didn't she didn't she like hit somebody or something?
Did she?
No.
I think she did.
I don't know.
I remember he spit in someone's face.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
I know Jordan Grace is in big trouble.
Yeah.
For mentioning a certain wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big no-no. We don't mention that guy's name.
No, we don't.
It's like what's that Disney movie we don't talk about, Bruno?
No, we don't talk about Bruno.
No.
I remember watching that with my family, and at first I'm like, yeah, it's a cartoon, and then it starts growing on you. I'm like, oh, it's a funny movie. Here we go. What 80s comedy? Was that wait?
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
What 80s comedy would you say that would be like your favorite of all time?
80s comedy.
Yeah.
The Young Ones.
Young Ones?
The Young Ones. It's starring Rick Mail, Adrian Edmondson. I can never remember the other two. But it's just a bunch of
Ghostbusters and Weekend at Bernie's. That's my favorite.
You guys ever seen Young Ones?
No,
it
never.
Sounds familiar. Now I'm gonna have to look it up on YouTube because I know I'll probably catch it on Netflix.
It's for its time, it was like quite far. It's things you wouldn't get away with today. You wouldn't get away with, yeah. And it's just a bunch of university students staying in a place, and yeah, they're poor as hell. They are so poor. Like you got the punk rock, you got the rocker, the heavy metal, you got the hippie, you got the ladies' man, and you got the poet, the nerd, and all four of them are living in this house, and just some weird stuff. Like even one episode, the rocker Vivian, he goes into a wardrobe to find everyone. Well, sorry, he goes into a wardrobe to hide from someone, and he ends up in Narnia.
Oh, jeez.
Quite literally.
So if me and Joe ever went to the UK,
yeah,
where's a place you would bring us?
One place I'd bring you. If you came to the Isle of Wight, I think we'd just take you to Fever and Boutique.
The Boutique, okay.
Yeah. It's in the middle of the Isle of Wight. It is in the middle. It's a nightclub. Yeah, Yeah.
Is that where Outcast usually does their shows? Or
That's where we normally do our shows. Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yeah.
I already know that I say this, but I don't want to sound like I was being arrogant, but like I know if Geek put it on the thing where or the dudes have arrived in England or coming to England, we'd have people that we know. We'd be like reserving us spots on their show to do something.
Word, dude. If you announced you were coming to, if you landed, it'd just be everyone there at the airport with just the signs, dudes at ringside. Everyone be like that, just like dudes at ringside lift.
I'm like, who do you go to, Joe? Who do we go to? Like, we gotta make decisions now.
Because I know, do you know of Shorty from the wrestling scene in England yet?
Shorty, yes,
yes. She's like my Kiara and Shorty. Shorty, I met through Kiara because she was talking nonstop about her. But Kiara would probably be there just because she's Kiara and she has to be there because she's like, I'm Kiara. I'm arrogant because I'm hearing these Americans. Kiara, Shorty's short, so she'll be jumping up and down behind the crowd, like, Joe, look, it's me. I'm here, Joe.
I've got something to sweeten the deal. I'll be there saying, dudes at ringside, I paid for all of this travel.
Yes.
Which I didn't really.
That'll be on the back of it. That'll be on the back.
Everybody's looking at your sign like,
you guys this way, guys, in the car. Get in the car. Just turn the sign around. Didn't really.
You guys should definitely try to get. So Luna had someone to face because I have an idea for a match if you ever came. Have Luna versus Alfie in a street fight.
Street fight. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Yeah, because Luna she does everything. She does all kind of matches.
Yeah.
And Alfie in Coventry Pro in England.
Yep.
That's their hardcore lady.
Oh.
Yes. They do a hardcore match. Alfie's in it. Like Shorty is like not was that Geek? Sorry.
I would love to see Alfie versus Scrappy Jack.
Oh, it's another we didn't even mention during the show. Scrappy Geek has been I can't even tell you every time we're like, we're gonna do UK Wrestling Month. Are we gonna have Scrappy Jack on? I don't know. Are you gonna message Scrappy Jack Geekins? Really?
Should definitely get Scrappy Jack on your podcast. He's definitely worth the listen. He's got so many tales to tell.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. He's a very unique, interesting character and person. I've always got time for him. I do.
Yeah. Just tell him message us soon because we got some dates available, but it's short because we're doing other things that month too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Might be worth, just mention to everyone, the Outcast guys, anyone interested,
but
getting dudes at ringside for UK Wrestling Month, August.
And our DMs are gonna blow up. Geek.
They will.
I know one person that would love to face Alfie.
Who's that?
Rudy Root. Come on, man.
Yes.
Rudy Root. Come on, man.
Right? But not in a hardcore match though.
Not in a hardcore match.
No, not in a hardcore match though. I've just recently had a Anarchy Rules match with Kane, the Virus, Michael.
Yeah, I saw that.
God.
Yeah, I saw.
He gets mad at me if I mention his name. He calls me a clown on Instagram.
Even just now, I just modded up his name. He's probably angry as well. So, I'll probably get a message saying, "You asshole."
He was like, I said something Kane, and he went, "What do you want, clown?" I'm like,
I think I said Michael Kane or something like that. It's Kane Michael.
Oh, yeah.
He got mad at me. We were doing a watch along, and I was rambling on like I always do, and he was like, "Talk about the match," and I'm like, "Sorry."
Yeah.
We do our rambles sometimes, you know.
I like, when you're watching commentary like I did when I was a little boy watching WWF back in the day,
Time machine.
Like when you watch the commentary like I did when I learned how to do all this fun stuff like me and Geek are doing with you right now.
Yeah.
They didn't stand there going this headlock, sleeper hold. Oh, look, he's got him in the air. Oh no, look, he's down on the ground. They talked like the me and Geek are you doing right now with you.
Yeah. But I think back then though, I think they had a lot more rest holds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a lot more rest holds, so they could have kind of spoke. I mean, I don't really see much in in indie wrestling rest holds. You know, like well, I've got you in a chin lock for 5 minutes.
Yeah, the chin lock master.
It makes me laugh because back
Chin
in
lock
the
city.
if you watch a lot of the old SummerSlams, there was a lot of like chin locks and a lot of sleeper holds. I don't know if you noticed that, Rudy.
Yeah, if Rudy went to WWE, that would be the goal right there. I'll be like the chin lock city master right now.
Yes. I'm no longer the chop party host. I'm now the chin lock party.
Put you to sleep.
Rest hold city. Yeah. You like this, don't you? 15 minutes later, still in the chin lock.
He did the perfect voice. Did the 15 minutes later.
1 hour later.
You need to get him to record him saying that, and if like we have like a pause in the podcast, have him say 15 minutes later.
Every single time.
It doesn't matter who the guest is. It'll be a Rudy would just interrupt.
Sometime later.
Interrupt the podcast somewhere.
The next day.
We're still standing there going, we gotta go to work. I'm at Kifu with a broken Wi-Fi, and I sit.
You're breaking.
It just blacks out. Screen goes off. Oh my God, I lost Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a fun podcast, man.
It
is. I'm enjoying it.
It's every day. I guess you'll be every guest on the UK Wrestling Month. Every guest, every episode is. There's one female wrestler I don't know if you ever heard of. We're actually having her on later on this month. Her name is, oh my gosh, gotta look at my calendar now. Oh, Madison Miles.
Madison Miles.
No, she wrestles for WAW.
I think she just didn't she just wrestle for ICW or?
Yeah, she wrestled for ICW also.
Yeah. Okay. No, I can't say I'm familiar. No.
That's another goal right there, right? To get to Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just want to go there on holiday, to be honest, as well.
There's a lot of good wrestlers in there too. We have we had him on the once, but Geek always talks to him all the time on Facebook. What's his name? He hates everything, Geek. Your buddy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's gonna hate you now, Geek.
He's gonna hate me because I have a brain fart right now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He hated what he's like. We mentioned all these places.
Jason Hyde
from Scotland.
Okay.
And we have
name does ring a bell.
Robbie Roberts from Scotland.
Ruby Roberts.
Oh, she's gonna beat me up now.
Yeah. Oh,
Ruby Roberts. And our the TNT herself. What's her name? That does it like that.
Brody Adler.
See, you got to write these names down so you guys can have them face Luna. Because what is with that? Why is it there not many female wrestlers in Outcast?
I think it's just the word of mouth needs to go around. I think it's because we have only just recently started doing female classes, women classes we have, and which is being run by Luna Trix herself, and it's just it's like small baby steps, but they're going in the right direction. They're getting. I mean, the first time she hosted it, I think there was like about 3 or 4 turned up, and then they had other commitments and stuff, and they just seem to be popping up like one at a time or whenever, So it's going in the right direction though. But they've got some in the kids classes who are making some good progress as well. Who definitely, I reckon, will kill it when they get to the adult sessions. They will.
Yeah, because we had Amber Joe on the podcast as well. It's another person you should wrestle. We missed you, Amber. Hope all is well. We haven't seen you in a while.
That was actually one match. Actually, it's a shame it didn't actually happen. The Amber Joe and Luna Trix one. But unfortunately, it did happen, but she suffered an injury. So,
yeah, I remember that. We were talking about that. I'm like, oh,
yeah. But no, it's because going back to way earlier. It's just Outcast, great group of people. Just got a huge passion for wrestling and just to express himself.
Yeah.
I think Outcast for me is probably, also one of my top British promotions. Besides, also CPW is another great promotion.
Yes. Always growing, Outcasters. Always growing. Every show is it just feels like we've just made another step towards something.
Yeah.
And everyone puts in so much hard work. They do so much from the merch stand to the ticket sales at the front door to the ref to everyone. They're all putting good hard work. And yes, at the end, it's just such a nice feeling. Like, we all like, I don't know, you just kind of have that feeling like we just did something really awesome. We just created something amazing for people to enjoy.
Yeah.
And Outcast, every single match seems like it's great top to bottom. The card. There's not a bad match on the card whenever you guys perform, you know?
Yeah. It's like whoever we get, when we on a card, it's just like you just kind of like everyone's brain cells just going off like thinking, oh, what can I do? What can I do? Oh, I've got a great idea. Let's try this. Let's do this. It's just like because we all trained together. We all, at some point we all had practice matches and it's just stuff we really want to try. It's like, oh, here's the opportunity. Do you want to do that thing we did at training? It's like, yes, do that. So it's just it's great. It does.
JJ like doing those moonsaults off the bar, absolutely phenomenal. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a moonsault off a bar before.
Yeah, he's definitely fearless. He could definitely fly, man. He's awesome. I mean, I love his corkscrew moonsault. I love that move. He's hit that on me, and it was just I don't know how. It's just when he spins in the air, does a corkscrew in it, and he just lands picture perfect. I'm just like, how? How do you do that? But I'm just like, I don't care. It's an amazing move. I love it.
That, and I hope Outcast one day comes to America, which would be absolutely awesing. I think we talked about
come
before.
to America, please let us be the first ones to know. We work in retail, but it'll be hard for us to like donate to anyway. But we will promote you guys.
Maybe you guys should be commentators.
You know, me and Geek, as being Geek's dream. Like me and Geek, we went to a small college, and our college like we did radio. That's how I met Geek because we did radio together. Yeah. And like we're like here we go. We were the Beavis and Butthead on campus. So we were like the two weirdos that did radio together, and now we're two weirdos that do a podcast together.
Yeah.
You can just see it right now, can't you? The poster. It's like Outcast Pro Wrestling versus, I don't know, Glory Pro Wrestling or something.
VPW.
Huh? Who?
Outcast versus VPW, Victory Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, so Victory Pro Wrestling versus OPW. Special guest commentators with your logo there. Do a podcast.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Come in.
Oh, come on. People will.
Those guys. Ugh.
Those dudes at ringside, guys. Come on, man.
The losers.
Really?
What a bunch of losers. South Park. What a bunch of losers. Such a losers.
No.
We get our haters from England. They're like, ugh, bunch of dirtbags. I'm like,
Those guys.
I'm not the dirtbag. He's the 80s
Hey.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not healed yet. I don't intend to.
He's not healed yet, right? He said the key word was yet.
Yet. Oh, geez. Here it comes, Giggums.
He did say yet.
We'll scrub that out. We'll scrub that out. I'm not healed ever.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I know. I'm just joking. But all I know is that, like, that would be cool if we did come to England and we are like one of we're not going to be like on commentary, but like they play as we walk in, why do I hear my voice? And we walk in, there's people actually sitting in your arena listening to us like on the speaker system. I'll be like, and then they're like, and I say, what's going on, guys? And I go, they all look well, oh my God, that's his voice. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm running away now.
Well, maybe have you guys as like special enforcers or special guest referees in a match.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
Knowing Geek, he goes, you go to chop him, and he moves over, and I'm just like, no.
or have you guys especially a multi-man tag match, 8-man tag.
Oh jeez.
Dudes at ringside teaming up with Rudi Root and JJ Valaire versus Jackson Arrow, the Virus K. Michael.
Oh, jeez.
Victor Logan and Drew Wilson, his head of security.
Oh, jeez. Geek, we're gonna have to really train us. Geek is stiffer than a tree in the middle of the woods in the winter time.
I'm sure you guys will be fine. I mean, you can't be as any bad as Jay Leno.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. As I said, Geek is the
Rudi, you got to teach us your stiff chops, man. How to do those stiff chops, man.
Just wind it up. Just let him have it.
All of a sudden, you're gonna hear me go,
Those Kenta Kobashi chops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just don't look at the person's face and feel sorry for them. Just aim for the chest.
Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Oh God.
So
this is great. This is a great episode, Geek. I'm sorry. This is great.
Yeah. So Rudi, do you have any upcoming shows or that you're gonna be at?
Yeah, I do. It's I think I said that I did mention earlier. It was Championship Extreme Wrestling in Essex, Braintree, Essex. CXW. I'm facing Sunset Skip. Retro versus Retro. Other shows for this month. Not as far as I know at the moment, because probably would have by now. I don't know, but yeah. But that's a good one. I'm looking forward to CXW.
All right.
It's got I know. Let's see. The main event for that is the Wonder Kid Johnny Storm versus Ricky Knight Jr.
Mm-hmm.
That's who Ricky Knight beat Jackson Arrow for the CXW Heavyweight Championship, which was actually a phenomenal match. It was a really good match. And you can check that match out on YouTube on CXW. Little plug there.
Don't plug it.
So, is there anywhere people could find you, or?
You can find me on Facebook, the Retro Dude Rudi Root. It's my page, or Instagram, just Rudi Root. I don't do Twitter because I don't get it, so I just stay clear of that. Yeah, but that's about it.
All right. I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Rudi. You've been awesome.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor and a privilege.
Hopefully, we can have a part 2 one day in the future.
Oh, we will.
We should have a part 2 with Jackson and myself.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could maybe try this. Talk to Jackson. Oh, we'll talk about this when we're off live. So I'm Joe Panther the Third.
I'm the Metal Geek.
And I'm Rudi Root.
And we will catch you in the